This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. The Rolex Submariner. The name itself conjures images of deep-sea exploration, rugged adventure, and timeless style. For decades, it has been the quintessential dive watch, a symbol of horological excellence, and a coveted status symbol. But in recent years, whispers have begun to circulate. Has Rolex, in its pursuit of perfection and market dominance, inadvertently ruined the very icon it created? That is what we are going to unravel in this video brought to you by the Luxury World. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on future content. One of the primary concerns revolves around the Submariner's increasing ubiquity. Once a tool watch for professional divers, it has now become a ubiquitous symbol of success, adorning the wrists of celebrities, athletes, and anyone seeking to project an image of affluence. This widespread popularity has diluted the Submariner's exclusivity and, some argue, its cool factor. It's no longer a watch that quietly whispers sophistication, it shouts its presence. Furthermore, the Submariner's evolution has been a subject of debate. The introduction of ceramic bezels, for instance, while undeniably scratch-resistant and visually striking, has been criticized for adding a touch of bling that detracts from the watch's tool-like charm. Similarly, the subtle increase in case size and the introduction of the maxi case have been met with mixed reactions, with some claiming that these alterations have compromised the Submariner's perfect proportions. Adding fuel to the fire is the current state of the Rolex market. The demand for Submariners far outstrips supply, leading to exorbitant prices on the gray market and long waiting lists at authorized dealers. This artificial scarcity has transformed the Submariner from a desirable timepiece into an unattainable object for many enthusiasts, further alienating potential buyers and fueling resentment towards the brand. However, it's important to acknowledge that the Submariner remains an objectively excellent watch. Its robust construction, reliable movement, and timeless design continue to impress watch aficionados. And while its popularity may have diminished its exclusivity, it's undeniable that the Submariner's enduring appeal is a testament to its inherent quality. Ultimately, whether Rolex has ruined the Submariner is a matter of personal opinion. For some, the watch's increased visibility and subtle design changes are simply a natural evolution, a testament to its enduring success. For others, these factors have diminished the Submariner's allure, transforming it from a symbol of understated cool into a victim of its success. A common counter-argument suggests purchasing an older 5-digit Submariner to maintain a classic look. However, these older models have become even more expensive than the newer releases, sometimes commanding 5 to 6 times the original retail price. The conclusion at the time was that acquiring a Rolex Submariner was not a viable option. Interestingly, Rolex later made additional modifications, increasing the case size from 40mm to 41mm, which seemed to contradict the general industry trend of producing smaller watches. This raises the question, has Rolex further compromised the Submariner's design, or have they rectified the issues of the maxi case era? Additionally, if Rolex has indeed improved the design, does that make the watch a more appealing purchase? To analyze these questions, a brand new Rolex Submariner no-date reference 124060 was examined. Given the strong demand for Rolex watches, acquiring one often involves establishing relationships with authorized dealers, a process many collectors navigate. The reviewed watch was delivered in Rolex 2024 packaging. However, Rolex has already announced a packaging revision for 2025, which removes branding from the boxes. This decision, while making counterfeiting more difficult, has also been perceived as a cost-cutting measure. The current packaging follows the traditional green box design, constructed from durable plastic that is expected to retain its condition for decades. The Rolex Submariner no-date 124060 features a 41mm case size, though actual measurements place it at approximately 40.8mm. It maintains a thickness of 12.4mm, a lug-to-lug distance of 47.8mm, and a lug width of 21mm, an increase from the previous 20mm standard. The bracelet tapers from 21mm at the lugs to 16mm at the clasp, with Rolex Glide Lock system providing almost 20mm of micro-adjustability. At 151 grams, the watch strikes an optimal balance in weight for a steel sports model. The watch boasts 300 meters of water resistance, a flat sapphire crystal, and the Rolex Caliber 3230 movement. This automatic movement, produced entirely in-house, is constructed from Rolex proprietary 904 liters stainless steel, referred to as oyster steel. The bracelet follows the brand's established combination of brushed and polished surfaces, ensuring a familiar, refined aesthetic. One of the most significant changes in this generation of the Submariner is the refined case proportions. The mid-case is notably slimmer, allowing it to sit more comfortably on the wrist. The lugs have been subtly redesigned, making them appear less wide and eliminating much of the bulk that characterized the maxi case generation. This ceramic bezel insert, referred to as Cerachrom by Rolex, remains a defining feature, featuring an unidirectional 120-click mechanism for precise timing adjustments. The dial retains the classic Submariner aesthetic, with applied white gold indices and Mercedes-style hands set against a black enamel background. This version, being the no-date model, maintains a symmetrical design with 2 lines of text above the pinion and 4 lines below. Rolex proprietary Chromolite lume ensures long-lasting visibility in low-light conditions, outperforming previous generations of luminescence materials. The primary concern regarding the Submariner's updated dimensions was whether Rolex had exacerbated the bulkiness issue seen in the maxi case. Upon direct comparison with the previous generation, the latest Submariner proves to be significantly more refined in design. The thinner mid-case and proportionate lugs result in a more balanced and wearable watch, resolving the concerns raised about the maxi case era. The expansion to a 21mm lug width further enhances the bracelet's integration with the case, contributing to a more seamless visual appeal. Currently, the Rolex Submariner 124060, also known as the no-date Submariner, has a retail price of $9,100. However, due to high demand and limited supply, it's very difficult to purchase this watch at retail price from an authorized dealer. You'll likely encounter long waiting lists or have to turn to the secondary market or gray market where prices are significantly higher. On the secondary market, it typically ranges from $12,500 to $14,350. Prices can fluctuate depending on the condition of the watch, whether it comes with its original box or paper. Despite these price hikes, demand for the Submariners remains exceptionally strong. Given the resale market, where pre-owned models often sell for premiums above retail, the actual purchase price becomes less significant for those able to secure one at retail. The ongoing perception of Rolex watches as financial assets rather than mere timepieces further reinforces their desirability. While the Rolex Submariner 124060 has successfully addressed many of the concerns associated with the maxi case generation, the decision to purchase one ultimately depends on individual preferences and financial considerations. The design refinements make it a more appealing option than its predecessor, but based on its current price, it remains a substantial investment. For those comfortable within a lower price range, alternatives still exist within the market. Although the stance on purchasing a Rolex Submariner remains unchanged, the reasons for that decision have evolved. The improvements in design are undeniable, yet the increasing cost remains a significant factor to consider when evaluating the value proposition of this iconic timepiece. In conclusion, the Rolex Submariner remains a horological icon, but its journey has not been without its challenges. The brand's pursuit of perfection and market dominance has led to changes that have polarized enthusiasts. Whether these changes constitute a ruining of the Submariner is a subjective question, one that will continue to be debated for years to come. What are your thoughts on the Rolex Submariner topic we shared in this video? Let us know by leaving a comment and giving it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel for future updates. Thank you for watching Luxury World, and we eagerly anticipate your participation in our upcoming videos.